Ladies and gentlemen, American German Bulldog Nation, happy Friday to you. Today, by the way, in history is the first day they published part of the Federalist Papers. Always sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. And let's get rolling. We got 27 great topics to cover. First, Hamas claims 50 hostages have died as a result of the Gaza bombing. It's hysterical that they say that as if it's like your fault. It's just unbelievable. Everything that derives from what they did that Saturday or Sunday when they came into that music festival is on them. Robert Kennedy doesn't have security. Well, they've arrested somebody near his house that shouldn't have been there. By the way, Robert Kennedy is now backing up on reparations, too. It didn't go over very good. George Santos, Republicans are kicking him out. This guy is a disgusting individual. Thank God they're kicking him out. Syria strikes. Really big news. 2 F-16s hit 2 places in Syria. Apparently one was a munitions place in response to the attacks on our military base. And let me just tell you something. This is unfreaking believable. Sabrina, guess how many times they hit one of our military bases? 19. If I was president of the United States, they hit one military base one time, bam. We wait for them to hit us 19 times. Luckily, no soldiers have died. Brian Koberger, motion to dismiss denied. This is the person who killed three people near that college campus. Awful. Comer says Raskin ought to do an apology for the disinformation. You're damn right he ought to. Joe Biden will not release to the Republicans investigating the names of the terrorists that have gotten to this country. It's unfreaking believable. All right, 25% of Americans think there's going to have to be violence to get rid of Joe Biden and his ilk. Larry Elder dropped out of the presidential race and endorsed Donald Trump. Border warning. Can't make this up. They're saying we got to be on high alert at the border because Hamas and Hezbollah and everything else. After 3 freaking years of letting anybody and everybody in, they issue a border alert. I mean, I rage. I mean, golly. All right, Iran bases. They are, it's going to be very interesting that Iran, they orchestrate this training and everything else, and they're blowing off their mouth. We're going to cover that in a minute. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Iran. Robert Card, this is the main shooter. He's still on the loose. They suspect he might have made it into Canada, and that's all we got to report now. Chili's closing 1,200 locations. I tell you right now, all the things that the government did relative to COVID, destroying the restaurant business. November 8th debate is going to be DeSantis, Haley, Vivek hasn't decided yet, and Christie. They're the ones that have qualified. Trump's going to hold a Florida rally. Resource-strapped L.A. district attorney is why they said they didn't do anything on Hunter. Resource-strapped. I'm anxious to see, well, who did you investigate because you were resource-strapped on him? Joe Biden dropped 11 points amongst Democratic voters. Musk, he borrowed a lot of money besides his cash from banks, big banks. They're apparently getting nervous. This is relative to X or Twitter. On the UN floor, Iran threatened the United States with their involvement in this Gaza Strip issue. Wouldn't take that. Trump revenge. Trump says he's going to get revenge. This always cracks me up. These political gangsters have tried to destroy Trump. So if Trump gets in office and we finally get some justice against these guys, they say, oh, that's just revenge. That's just revenge. Yeah, your point is a politician isn't allowed to invoke revenge? Really? That's not something that isn't supposed to happen? Electric vehicles are apparently not working out very well these days. The big motor companies are souring on them. Let me tell you my theory about this. Electric vehicles with Tesla and Musk, it's a boutique thing. It works. Everybody jumps in too much. Too much. That's what I think. Healthcare. It's every day it worsens. Doctors and nursing shortages. Therefore, the healthcare. NASDAQ dropped 2.5% points yesterday. Google earnings were down. J.D. Vance passed a Senate bill. A couple of Democrats must have voted for it, an anti-mask bill. Vlad is not dead. The Russians are saying Putin is not dead. Chinese fighter came 10 feet from an American jet over the China Sea. Yesterday, Russia tested a nuclear missile. And then last night, Trump raked in $6 million at Mar-a-Lago from big-time donors. You know what? It's hysterical. That debate that they're going to have, it cracks me up. They're all in single digits. What's the point? He's now at 60. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.